most important things that I've learned is that it's really easy to listen to a sermon and take notes, but then just forget it an hour later or the next day. So something that I found really important is not only taking notes, but also just throughout the week meditating on them and praying about it, and also putting into practice what we have learned. And also just meditating in your heart, preparing your heart before each service and asking the Lord just to open your eyes and your heart to what it is that He has for you that day.
I felt like a little airhead when I was little, like nothing was in my brain. I think just through the teaching, I never listened to Pastor Clay teach. I just always felt like he was too complicated, so I never listened to him. But when I first joined Mr. Bob's teaching, and his teaching was a little bit more of a level some of us could understand, so I just learned a lot, and my brain is now filled up, so I just knew how to talk with others in small group. I was shoved in with people. I was kind of a homebody at that time, and so now I've just learned how to talk to people and have fun, and I've learned how to, I guess, meet friends and stuff like that, so yeah.
So one of the things I've learned being in youth group is my first region, the subject was Number Your Days, and that's just been a sermon series that has just stuck with me through the years, and just like He's not here forever, and just I've been trying to have a better mindset and just prayer of that God would use me as a vessel for His glory and not for my own gain, and just help me to be a witness and share His word. And just with Josh's sermons about Hevel and just how life is a vapor, that's also just been a great reminder.
I'd say it definitely really hit me at my first region, and the region was on the importance of knowing that you're saved, but just that the importance of really trying to grow in your faith. Like so easy to just go to church every Sunday and sing the songs and take notes, but just to be praying on your own, to be reading the Bible, because throughout my whole journey through this, I've been in time periods of not reading my Bible, not praying very much, in times of being in the Word daily and praying throughout my weeks, and just it is truly important. I know it's said a ton, but it's really important.
I'd say the biggest thing I learned was during New Mexico, Glorieta, when we did Camp Regen. The theme was Number Your Days, and I feel like that really stood out to me, because as a teenager you don't think about like when you're gonna die, but it was just a really big eye-opener to just remember to really value the days that we do have and make the most of it, because God is the one who gives us the time we have, and it's really easy to just waste it. So that's probably my biggest thing I learned.
Yeah, I think the thing that I've learned the most is just doing life with other brothers and sisters in Christ, and just really being rooted in the church and rooted in the Word with other people, and that's been just super helpful, just different than anything else I've had before, and yeah.
In youth group, I've learned the importance of mentorship, thanks to Elise, Kylie, Tessa, Amber. Those women have really been able to speak into my life just on a deeper level outside of youth group, which has just been like such an honor to get to know them, and they've been there for me, they've prayed for me. If I have exciting news or sad news, I know that I can always go to them and get godly advice, and so that's just really been a blessing in my life that has been implemented through youth group, is mentorship.
My favorite memory from youth group would probably be just our first time going to Region. It was just filled with so many fun memories. Just like playing all the games together, getting pretty good score. I think we got like 6th place. That was pretty fun. And just meeting so many new people from different churches around the country. Also, after every session, we got to just be in a small group with everyone that was there, and that was just a really unique opportunity to hear other people from different age groups and like the guys who don't normally get to hear. So I really enjoyed that.
So my favorite memory was when me and my seniors were about like 7th or 8th grade, I think, and it was when we just moved into our new church. So all the chairs were packed into the main auditorium, and it was with those big chair holders, and so we shut off all the lights. It was after youth group, and we all played a huge game of hide and go seek. So all of us were like crying underneath the chair holders, and I remember one round, Jordan was in a trash can, and I remember no one remembered she was playing, so she just popped out at the trash can at the last, when the game was done. So that was really fun, just playing around with seniors and playing hide and go seek with them. Yeah, it's the simple memories that I really like.
Probably one of my favorites is at our last region last year. I was volunteered by Josh and Lindsay to do balance beam jousting for our team. And it was a super surreal experience and super fun. And I actually was able to get the win for our team. So that was just a really fun memory, and Josh and Lindsay pushing me to do that was super cool.
My favorite memory was one of my first camps. I remember we had a talent show, and it was like the first ever talent show. And there were so many hilarious acts. There was a group of people who did like an entire Christmas song with kazoos. I did like a magic show. It was just a really fun night. Everyone was tired and losing their minds, but everyone was just laughing about everything, and it was standing ovations, cheering and shouting, and it was just a great memory.
My favorite memory was, it's not my favorite, but the biggest one that stands out to me is when we went to winter camp, and we had this old lady that was terrified to drive us down the snowy road. So she practiced driving up and down the road before she took us, and she had us not talk on the drive down because it was slippery and snowy. And yeah, that was just very interesting. We had to take trucks up the way because it was icy.
What's your favorite memory?
Samuel Garcia.
Oh my goodness, my favorite memory. There's so many, to be honest. I always think of camp, like I'm sure that everyone else said camp too. But like just in our cabin, in the girls' cabin, like we just get so slap happy. Like I remember one time it was like 3 a.m. and we started doing puppet shows, and it was just so funny. And then we also did like speeches. Yeah.
My advice to the youth group would be just be willing to open up to people and go make new friends, but also be willing to open up in your small group and not being afraid to ask questions, because I'm sure somebody else also has the same question as you, and there's so many people in the leadership that are willing to walk you through and answer that question for you. And even if they don't know it, they're happily research it for you, and that will really help you grow in your relationship with the Lord.
My advice is the golden rule: do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So when I was like probably the age 12 to 14, I was super self-conscious and just like felt awkward and I didn't know what to do. But my mom really wanted us, me and my sister, to focus on talking to new people every time we went to youth group, to make sure we're not thinking about ourselves, but we're thinking about other people. Because you can either be super prideful and be thinking, oh, I'm so cool, think about yourself all the time, or you can think of yourself in a negative way. And I definitely had that negative time. So I'm just really focused about helping, reaching out to other kids, making them feel welcome, and you'll make a lot of friends through that. Jesus did that in the Bible. He always focused on others. So yeah.
My advice would probably just be willing to make friends with people that are a lot different from you. I think coming into youth group, a lot of my mentality was just that I would make friends with people with the same personality as me, or just who like the same things as me. But I found that I made definitely a lot of friends that are complete opposites for me, and that's really special because you can still grow with them and still grow those friendships. So I think just not saying to yourself that you're going to be friends with just people like you, but being friends with all kinds of people.
My advice for the 7th graders is just don't take for granted the community you have and just the blessing of the leaders that care for you, and they just want to watch you grow and they want to see you grow in your faith and just grow as a person. So don't hesitate to ask questions.
I would say my biggest piece of advice is just to really reach out to the other ages, whether you were the youngest group, to really just invest in the groups above you, not just to stay in your own group. And then also to, if you're older, just to reach out to the younger group. and also just really get invested in your small groups and get to know your leaders because they want to help you out, and it's just a really great opportunity that we have.
I think the advice I would give to the new kids coming up is to just be more of a family, like with your friends, because at other churches I've been at before, it's just like you go on Sunday and you take whatever you can from that, and it's not as much like a family. Like you don't talk during the week or anything. But I feel like here it's so much different, and I feel like I'm more of a family with my friends, and we encourage each other and just share life with each other more. Yeah, I think just that.
My advice to the incoming 7th graders is just to be super involved, just be active in our youth group. Go to camp if you can, go to as many youth groups as possible. You're going to hear this so many times, but time really does fly, and there are so many parties where I was like, well, I'm just kind of tired, I'm not going to go, and I really regret that now, just not being able to spend all of this time with these people that I've grown up with now. So yeah, be involved, do the car washes, go to youth group, go to camp if you can. It's just a really good bonding experience, and these are people that you're gonna just really spiritually grow alongside. That's it. Okay, that's it for me. All right, cut.
We're seniors. Of course the leaders come to us for advice.
We're seniors. Of course we remember having youth group at the gym.
We're seniors. Of course we don't pay for pizza anymore.
Wait, Grace, everyone does.
Wait, what? No, I thought we all agreed.
You're not supposed to say that.
We're seniors. Of course we teach the leaders how to run tech.
We're seniors. Of course we still wish Chris was here.
We're seniors. Of course Mason puts us on for the worship team every youth group.
We're youth leaders.
Of course we're gonna miss the seniors.
Hey.
Bloopers.
Man, look at that dog.
Look at that dog. Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet
that
dog? Go.
We're youth leaders.
We're seniors. Of course.
Wait, we could say
We have a fond recollection.
You don't have a fond recollection.
No, I don't.
I do recall! You're like, no.
No.
Ready?
No, I don't know what I'm saying. Rolling.
You do the take! Oh, that would have been so perfect!
No. We're gonna